Hey, little dreamers, are you ready for a magical bedtime adventure? Let us journey to a cozy forest where a curious girl named Goldilocks is about to have an unforgettable day. So snuggle up, close your eyes, and let our story begin. Once upon a time, in a sunlit forest, lived a little girl with hair as golden as sunshine. Her name was Goldilocks, and she was full of wonder. As she skipped along a winding path, she stumbled upon a charming little cottage tucked between tall, whispering trees. I wonder who lives here, she thought, her eyes sparkling with excitement. The door was slightly ajar, so she gave it a gentle push and peeked inside. To her surprise, the cottage was empty, but on a little wooden table she saw 3 bowls of delicious-smelling porridge. The first bowl belonged to Papa Bear. Goldilocks took a tiny spoonful. Ouch! This porridge is way too hot, she exclaimed. Next, she tried the medium-sized bowl, which belonged to Mama Bear. Brr, this porridge is much too cold. She shivered. Finally, she tried the tiny bowl that belonged to Baby Bear. This one is just right, she said happily, and she ate every last bite. Feeling full, Goldilocks looked around the room and saw 3 chairs. First, she tried Papa Bear's big, sturdy chair. This chair is too hard, she grumbled. Then she sat in Mama Bear's medium-sized chair. This chair is too soft. She sighed, sinking into the cushions. Lastly, she sat in Baby Bear's tiny little chair. This one is just right, she chirped. But as she rocked back and forth, crack, the little chair broke into pieces. Oh dear, she whispered, feeling a little bit worried. Now feeling quite sleepy, Goldilocks wandered upstairs and found a cozy bedroom with 3 beds. She climbed onto Papa Bear's huge bed first. This bed is too high at the head, she declared. Then she lay down on Mama Bear's medium bed. This bed is too high at the foot, she complained. Finally, she snuggled into Baby Bear's tiny, perfect bed. This bed is just right, she whispered. She pulled the soft blanket over her, and in moments she was fast asleep, dreaming sweet dreams. A little while later, the 3 bears came home from their morning walk. Papa Bear looked at his bowl and growled in his big, deep voice. Someone's been eating my porridge. Mama Bear looked at her bowl and said in her gentle voice, Someone's been eating my porridge. And Baby Bear looked at his empty bowl and cried in his tiny voice, Someone's been eating my porridge, and they've eaten it all up. Next, they looked at their chairs. Someone's been sitting in my chair, roared Papa Bear. Someone's been sitting in my chair, said Mama Bear. And Baby Bear looked at his broken chair and whimpered. Someone's been sitting in my chair, and they've broken it all to pieces. The 3 bears tiptoed upstairs to their bedroom. Papa Bear looked at his bed and grumbled. Someone's been sleeping in my bed. Mama Bear looked at hers and said, Someone's been sleeping in my bed, too. Then Baby Bear peeked at his little bed and squeaked, Someone's been sleeping in my bed, and here she is. Just then, Goldilocks opened her eyes. She saw the three furry, surprised faces looking down at her. She gasped, leaped out of the bed, and quickly said, "I'm so sorry," before scurrying out of the cottage and running all the way home. Goldilocks learned a very important lesson that day: to always be respectful of other people's homes and to never enter without asking. And what about the three bears? Well, they fixed Baby Bear's little chair, made some more porridge, and lived happily ever after, often telling the story of their unexpected little visitor. Sweet dreams, little explorers. Remember, it's wonderful to be curious, but it's even more wonderful to be kind and polite. If you loved our story, please give us a like and subscribe for more magical adventures every night. Good night.